All you need to know about Tracker by Amerah, Taleb, Allishba, Dawood, and Patel. Tracker is a free video analysis and modeling tool built on the open source physics OSP Java framework. It is designed to be used in physics education. Go to physlets.org/tracker as seen. To download Tracker for your computer or laptop, click on the link that your device is compatible with. Our device is compatible with Mac. Finish downloading Tracker by following the instructions for downloading. Download Java players as it asks for it if you don't already have those Java players. Open Tracker from your laptop or computer, and then upload the video you would like to track. To upload a video, you should click on Video and then Import. Import the video into Tracker Video Analysis. If the video is not in the direction you would like to track, then rotate the video by using these functions: Video, Filters, New, and then Rotate. Check the frame rate of your device that you use for videoing the video. To check the frame rate of your device, you should search it up on Google, such as iPhone 5S has a frame rate of 30. To change frame rate on the tracker video and change where you want to start the tracking video, click on Clip Settings. Set your frame rate and start frame to whatever your device and video permits you to do. Now click on the axes and set it on your video, as seen. Click on the calibration stick and set it to 1 meter on your meter stick in the video. In the video, we are using the pendulum video from a lab we did earlier this year. Now this video, it was designed by setting up a pendulum and varying the different masses. As you can see, a meter stick is already put, so you can just set your calibration. We're going to first teach you how to track manually on Tracker. To track manually, click on Create, Point Mass. Start by pressing Shift key and follow the direction of the object you are tracking. Do one full oscillation of the object to get the data you want, as seen. So clicking on Shift and then tracking as the video moves along. And now we're going to continue tracking the pendulum until we get one full oscillation, as we mentioned. So as it moves, again, we're just pushing Shift and then clicking, tracking it. A graph is being produced to the right. A lot of times at the beginning it starts off rough, but then it, becomes regular, which is usually just due to either shaking of the camera or just unstable conditions at the very beginning. So we have about half, maybe that's more like a fourth. Keep going. You can see that the X position versus time is creating a sort of kind of like a sine graph, or like a cosine graph, but hey. And keep tracking, keep tracking, keep it tracking, keep it tracking. You could also change your step size so you don't have this much data by going to Clip Settings and changing the step size. Okay, so you have your data here on the graph on the right, and you can change what you want it to show. Like right now it's doing the positions versus each other. You could do versus time versus different, there you go. And the table at the bottom right there has all your data, and you can just export that by copying all of your data, Command C for Max, and going to Excel and pasting it. Now we will teach you how to do auto tracking on Tracker. For auto tracking, you have to record your video in front of a black or white background so you can distinguish between the object you are tracking in the background. If you don't have the video where the background is distinguished, you can't auto track in the Tracker video analysis. For example, we will show you how to auto track on my video. But as you can see, the video doesn't have a distinguished background for one whole oscillation. Due to this, we won't be able to track the whole thing. To auto track, we have to get axis and a calibration stick for the meter, and then also create a point mass, as we showed in the last, in the manual tracking part. To auto track, we have to get the axis, like I said, and the meter stick calibration, like I said. Once you have all these things, you can start auto tracking by clicking on point mass and then selecting auto track. If you have a distinguished background, but as you can see, our video does not have the distinguished background, so we are only going to auto track the part where the object has a distinguished background. To do this, first we will check where we should start the tracking and where we should end. We will start at a frame of 110 and end at a frame of 125. Once we have our start and end frame, we will set these frames in clip setting. Then we will start auto tracking. We will click on point mass and then select auto tracker, like mentioned. Once you have the auto tracking window open, you will press Shift Control and click on the object you want to auto track. Then you will keep on clicking Select Next until you are done tracking. Keep on selecting Search Next until you are done tracking. Once you are done auto tracking, close the auto track window and you have all your data and graphs on the right hand side of Tracker. Now you have learned how to manually track an object and auto track that object. Next, you will look at the data and graphs. All your data is in the bottom right corner. You can scroll down to look at your data. Your graphs are on the top right corner and you may manipulate your graphs. By manipulating, we mean that you can change the X and Y axes of your graphs and look at different types of graphs from different dependent and independent variables. After you have looked at the graphs and data, you can export your data into Excel sheet by selecting all your data and pasting it onto an Excel sheet. If the Excel would load, there you go. So all you have to do is, after you've copied, and then you paste it. Now if you go back to Tracker, you wouldn't want to lose your tracked video with all your data analysis, so you can save your tracked video in your computer. To do this, click on File and Save Video As, or you can also export your tracker video in your computer as a zip file with all your data in it. One last tip before finishing up our tutorial is that when you are recording a video to track in Tracker, you should not move the camera at all, because if you move the camera and to get your video completed and create it at a different angle from the reference angle that you were originally videoing it at, it will create the parallax effect and you won't be able to track that video because the frame would be different and it would be inaccurate. This is all you have to know how to use Tracker video analysis. Have fun discovering the world of physics!